Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. I, first of all, will apologize if there's any audio issues. I seem to be in a good spot that I like to come to that avoids the wind. I'm behind some buildings here, kind of behind the bikery. So, if there is any audio issues, I do apologize. I am kind of next to some traffic here and that. So, whatever beeps and horns and growlings of the engines of the cars, I do apologize. But I wanted to be outside to do this video. My time is kind of running out. I've been having some false starts and all this stuff because I want to try to get this more personable. I always want my channel to reflect the personable rather than just being a content factory. My channel is not a content factory. My content is a personal vlog of my hopes, my dreams, my ambitions, my likes and my dislikes, whatever fancies. It just so happens that my favorite thing to talk about of all time is going to be music. I would talk about music. I would talk about movies more, but that will probably come up later on once I'm able to establish more of a precedence on my channel. I'm still struggling with getting my channel out there, which I'm going to address in a minute. Now, I basically what I'm I made notes just like Scott Lade from the Paw Corner would from these from these little cards here. So and so I'm going to be referring to this a little bit here and there just to keep myself on track. It's what I'm calling the digital bedroom philosophy. Basically, well, not today because I'm outside and I'm not wearing my hat and everything, but it's about creating a now. It's either what YouTube wants me to do is create. It says do a like a creator viewer hierarchy type of content. Basically, like uh, yeah, I'm not a content. Yeah, basically, this is I'm not a content factory. Here is basically you're just it's more about the personal experience. I know I wrote that down here. Yeah, it's more of a personal journal and not a content factory. That's the purpose of my channel. I Here's a little bit of a synopsis. Now, it's either okay. Well, first is either the difference between is the creator viewer hierarchy on one side, and what I'm trying to do on the other side is providing a shared space of mutual respect of the human experience, and always to try to keep the human experiences in what I do. Talking about whether I talk about seeing local bands, which I need to see more this year. I haven't seen any local bands that I know of this year, and I'm looking forward to going to see some local bands play this year. um, and also going to local shops around town. If I anytime that I can go to Frank's Music and shop there to buy my music, the better, because now it's about pushing through that, trying to push through this digital barrier and give you human contact. Is because this is either this barrier, this screen here, is either a barrier or it's a window. I can look at it as a window into expanding my world rather than it being just some cold, again, content factory, which I am not. I am not a con. I am not. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I am not a commodity. I am not a commodity. I am not an algorithm, which is probably what I'm going to be calling the title of this episode. I am not an algorithm, and it because I'm more than an algorithm. I'm a human being, and I bring okay to bring back a point. I've done this a couple of times, so I may sound like I'm repeating myself to myself, but you might be hearing this for the first time. That I am more than just an algorithm. That I think the algorithm is flawed. I don't think. why does the algorithm, and they say that the algorithm, no, it's other people, it's whether people are interested or not, that the YouTube just gives you a, just sends you out to a tiny, and I mean the tiniest sample that they can find to try to test the waters whether or not, but you're not, but they're not getting my demographic right. The algorithm gets things so wrong. um Look at what it tries to recommend you. And okay, I'm I want to bring up something. Okay, before I continue with this, I want to bring up something that just came to my mind. There is something I want to call the dog toy test. The dog toy test. What you do, right, is you don't have a dog. Say, okay, this is great, or you can choose anything that you would have never have said or never have talked about while watching YouTube or search. You never searched, you never looked for, you never talked about, and in my case, it would be dog toys. Okay, if I never now, say I use premium on on YouTube, and I use ad blocker. I hate ads and that, but those of you who do not have ad blocker or don't have premium and you see ads, okay, just randomly one day, either whether your tablet or phone is off, or you have it, just you're not logged into something, you just have it on your desktop screen regardless, and you just happen to mention dog toys, okay, and then you go and you start looking at stuff. They say Google is listening to you, and then just watch and see how long it takes before ads start showing up for dog toys. It's not going to take you that long. I've seen several channels do that quite a while ago, and it just occurred to me right now that's a great test to see if you think Google is listening to you or not. If something that you never mentioned, you never talked about, and then you just happen to talk about it while things are idling or off, and see if it gets yeah. Uh, I wanted to say something about me not making a video yesterday. I wanted to, because this is an important subject I want to talk about, but also at the same time, just to be completely honest and transparent. Sometimes, because of my work in that, I will sometimes lose energy. I will lose energy. My energy was kind of low for me at the time yesterday when it came to, and also time sort of does start getting away. I gotta leave from my place in an hour and 15 minutes. So I have an hour and 15 minutes to finish my video, get home, which is not too far, maybe a 5 minute bike ride away, load this onto my laptop, post the video as I'm getting ready for work, and then by time hopefully everything's posted and I'll be going ready for work. It is 3:44 Atlantic Daylight Time right now, and I gotta leave at 5 o'clock and to make sure I'm there for uh, for 6 o'clock. But my new bike being so, now dare I say that this is actually in the last 5 years of trying to buy, like buying bikes and going through many, this so far has to be the best bike I bought. And it's weird like that. Every bike that I keep buying off a marketplace keeps getting better and better and better. Some of them don't last that long, but this bike, when I'm right here next to me by the picnic table, it rides so smooth. There's no grinding. There's no way I will ever be hard on it. It's so easy to pedal and so easy to shift and everything, and it's functioning 100% perfect. It is by far the best bicycle I ever bought. I am so happy. And this is the whole point of my channel, is to be personable, to show you the real me. Even if I have to take notes, it's actually me racking my brain trying to, talk about things like. like being like for you guys being the heartbeat of the community it remains the primary focus. I'll show you some of these notes. My contact with my more personable fans is my main motivation. Yeah, yeah. So I want to make sure in quotations that I wanted to make sure that I said that the reason why I didn't make a video yesterday, um, to talk about the dog toy experiment, being judged for my flaws, my flawed human. Okay, being judged for my flawed humanism in a landscape of highly edited AI-driven content. These were my prompts. These are my prompts, and instead of giving prompts to AI to figure out and write for me and that, now now, don't get me wrong. I am not at all judging others for using AI to help them in their videos. I have no problem with that. I'm just going to give you my solemn promise, okay, as a human being, that I am never going to be using AI in any way, shape, or form to help me to do my videos. I really want to double down and keep my channel 100% human made, human everything as much as possible. Even though I'm using a mechanical device to record it, I'm keeping the artificialness as much away from this as possible. And if I had a way, if I ever got famous enough in my channel somehow, something went viral, that YouTube decided, okay, we're going to give this channel a chance and actually show it to more people. And I don't understand that. I want to finish that thought. I still don't understand why YouTube has a hard time just pushing other people's content. There's so many great little channels that could benefit from getting a little bit bigger and bring the content. I think the creators could feed the content and the content can feed the creators rather than just having the creators feeding the content and the content gobblers just gobbling up the content to try to repackage it and sell until instead of trying to make a real connection with humanity to honestly entice people to buying your products rather than trying to be flashy and and yeah, yeah, just to just to sell. I think we got to keep this personable. We got to keep this personable. We got to keep the artificial away. I will never stop hammering this point of keeping humanity, keeping YouTube, you too. You know, it's you, human beings. You stand for human beings. Remember that. Never, ever forget that the U in YouTube stands for you. Until they change that to AI tube, okay, which they should start putting to AI tube, and sometimes human tube. It kind of aggravates me a little bit. It kind of does, but I love you guys, and you guys are the motivation that keeps me doing this. And I mean, I have a day job to pay the bills. About my day job, things have been looking up. Things are getting better at work for sure. I don't get teased and bothered anymore, especially now that uh, they figure because I've been stressing out so much with that location of doing the local Moncton area in where I work that they put me just on offload so like much more physical work, which I don't mind. I don't. It's not. I have no problem doing the physical work at all. It was just the mind boggleness of it. I want to say the F word there, but it's the mind F of it that is just so convoluted, especially the way I'm doing it. I can't do it. There's a simpler way of doing it, but I have a hard time in doing it their way, in that simple way. It's just that I think partially I may have overcomplicated, but they were overcomplicating it too, making certain conveniences that weren't convenience for me. But yeah, okay, I think I'm going to be done with this one, or I'm just going to ramble. But that's the thing with me here, with n- being a real person and not being a content farm. You know, say no to content farms. Say yes to actual, real. Even if they use, and again, it doesn't matter. I can still, I still will watch my favorite YouTubers who use AI for their thumbnails. You know who I'm talking about. That's not going to bother me at all. If they choose to use it, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. It's I you know if you can't beat them, join them. I guess is what they're going for, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I like to also, but yeah, take whatever quality gear that I'm using, whatever gear I'm using, that's going to be it. Take it or leave it. I will upgrade whenever I can, but I'm not going to apologize for trying to bring out content with inferior product. That's just going to be me. All right, I am done with this one because like I said, I really got to rush home, post this, get ready, and get to going to work. And okay, I am done. I love you guys. I love you guys. If you are here watching this for the first, if you're watching me for the first time, please consider watching other videos first. Go watch a whole bunch of other videos of mine first before considering to subscribe. I don't want people willy nilly subscribing. Again, I'm not going to be just some random content farm. If you're here, it's because you want to watch a real person and not just some fake flim flam man. Okay, I love you guys. So be safe. Leave likes. I love those. Leave content, even though I'm sometimes slow and sometimes just want. I'll give you a like. I'll always give you a like and a channel heart. That I love your comment and want to hear from you again. But I do my best to get back to you guys. All right, everybody, be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, just have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.